As much as I love my Motorola Xoom, I definitely wanted a better holder for it, which is what I'm using this little netbook, folder here. So what I decided to do, I went ahead and decided to get the keyboard Folio from a Verizon store with the Bluetooth keyboard, just to try to see how well this thing works and how well it's put together as well. So, like I said, we got it here in the box, taking it out at the moment. The power adapter for the keyboard. Alright, we'll take it out the other side. Lots of paper. Nice. Yeah, we'll pick that up later. We don't care about paperwork. We want to see the toy. So, this looks like a pretty good folder. I mean, I'll go ahead and zoom in on it as well to really kind of demonstrate the layout, but I do like this, like how well the keyboard is embedded. It's pretty much under the leather, so it'll be pretty hard to remove, which I don't really foresee myself doing. And it looks like we do have holes in the bottom for manipulate or accessing the actual tablet, as well as holes in the back for accessing the back features, which I don't know if you really need something that wide, since the camera itself and the power button are only on this side. Well, I guess you got the speaker, but really no need to expose out in the middle, but that's a minor. Who cares? So, alright. So, guess I'll go ahead and get this thing in. I don't know how hard it would be initially, but maybe I might want to read the manual first and then come back to you once we get it done. Okay, so now that we have the Motorola Xoom inside the case, just kind of wanted to show things off. So of course it's you can undo this, either fold it up front where it's actually magnetic here, or if you kind of wanted to stand it up, you can just snap it in there, set it back like that, which is really nice. So let me demonstrate the pairing. You first want to make sure that your keyboard is powered on, and there's a little pairing button right here, so just go ahead and press that, and let's go ahead and go to the settings here, and let's see, find nearby devices, Bluetooth. Wow, it showed up pretty fast actually. So it's going to pair, and it's going to ask you to enter a number, so we'll say 2351 and then hit enter. And we're off to the races. If you want to confirm that your keyboard is working, there's a little home button on the keyboard which takes the place of the home button here. I mean, you can use either one, but it's kind of cool to be able to hit the home key on your keyboard and go right to it. So there are some shortcuts. This one's for like going back or something like that, but I haven't started really playing with a lot of these yet. But there's volume control buttons, one for bringing the volume up and down, and this one doesn't seem to do anything just yet. A little music button, so you can bring up your music. One for the web browser, so you can of course see that I was testing out the keyboard. This one is not working yet. I don't know if it's going to be related to Google Talk, but the contacts, your Gmail, so there's a lot of stuff out there. I love B&H. So, and then just kind of go back to the home key or the home button there. So one thing is I do notice there is a search button on there, so I can kind of type in something. I got really big hands, so I'm not really fond of this deal. So let's say like we'll just type in tilt, and then when I hit enter, I really don't like the fact that it kind of goes down to that. I just want to just search that. So I don't know, I mean, maybe that's something that could be tweaked. Maybe I could hit the search key, which not. So that's the kind of one thing that does irk me so far. Like, I don't want to go down to the suggestions. I want to search for what I want to search. I don't want to have to go down to different suggestions and stuff. So whatever. So anyway, I'll just continue on that. And maybe maybe I just haven't found it yet, as far as like a key that'll just tell you, well, just search for what I'm searching for. But it is kind of cool, like I said, that You can bring things up, and I can actually hit this key at this point and actually go back to the previous screen. So that's kind of very, very handy. This doesn't seem to take effect yet, but I'm kind of wondering, kind of expecting that there should be a key for switching task to take the place of this one right here. That would be kind of useful if I could use that, and then kind of use the arrows. Well, okay, a little bit of a late response, but that part does work. I'm not too sure about if there's a multifunction, not a multifunction, but a application switching key, which none of these so far really seem to do, and I don't see anything else on the keyboard. So that's probably like the only one of the few flaws. But like I say, we got a backspace key, and the return key for going back, so forth, etc. So it is quite handy. I do like the executive look of this case. It really does say professional, and for those of you who want to kind of go away from it, since it kind of resembles a laptop, and one of the reasons why we get tablets is to get away from a laptop. Well, really isn't that bad, to tell you the truth. But the only thing is, it is a very, very small keyboard. Like I said, if you got big hands, it's kind of gonna piss you off. But I have the option of not using it, so that's perfectly fine, and it's good for when other people are using the keyboard as well. And right now I actually use like a software keyboard, which is the thumb keyboard, and it's very useful. I actually find it useful. It's much more handy than the keyboard that's built into the operating system. And when I bring it up, that's one of the things I do notice now, is that when this keyboard is not when this keyboard is powered on, it doesn't access your operating system keyboard. So so you will have to remember to kind of keep that powered off if you intend on using the built-in honeycomb keyboard. So let's see if there's any change. Or I can still see the keyboard icon, so I'd assume that it still thinks that the keyboard is active even though we have turned it off. So let's there we go. So I kind of want to throw in a plug for this particular keyboard. I already forgot the name of it, but it's a thumbs keyboard, so when you're actually using it, it's pretty handy. And I can actually type faster on this one, with a few mistakes, but relatively faster on this one than I can on a physical keyboard, especially since this one's so small. So whatever your preference is, but I'm thinking maybe I might go to like a regular leather Folio case without a keyboard. Maybe have something where I can have some space to store like a small notepad or paper or something like that. But it is a really good product. It's expensive, at around close to like $100. Well, right at $100 actually. So like I say, a little bit of expensive taste, but if you really want to kind of show things off. But I do like the fact that finally we have a decent nice looking, executive looking case for the tablet. So I am finally pleased with that, but it did take a while. And again, Motorola, Verizon, please, we want our SD cards to be enabled, for the love of God. So anyway, that's our review of the Tilt keyboard, or the Tilt leather case with the built-in keyboard. Again, just to kind of show you guys the box. We're looking at this right here. It's called a keyboard Folio. You can pick it up at your Verizon store if they have it available. And if there's any questions, just hit me up in the comments. Peace.